Hello, this is Tequila, and today I'll be teaching you about adding, so adding, and subtracting matrices. I believe this is a fairly simple topic and very easy to understand. Basics, adding and subtraction. Okay, so to start off with, we have a few vocab terms. So first we have corresponding elements, which is basically elements in the same position in each matrix. For example, we have two matrices at the bottom, and A and E would be corresponding, and C and G would be corresponding. Yep. And we also have equal matrices, which is equal matrices have the same dimensions and equal corresponding elements, such as this. And we also have matrix equation, which is basically an equation in which the variable is a matrix. And last but not least, we have a zero matrix. And the zero matrix is, so the matrix O, or O is a m times n, is also the m times n matrix whose elements are all zeros. So that's all the vocab that you would have to know to add and subtract matrices. Alright, so we're on the key concept now, and basically what the key concept is to add matrices A and B with the same dimensions and corresponding elements. So they have to be equal matrices. They have and similarity to subtract matrices A and B with the same dimensions, subtract corresponding elements. So it's the same thing for adding and subtracting. So you need to find equal matrices with the same dimensions and corresponding elements, like A and B, as you can see. So it's 2 by 2, and this is also 2 by 2. And basically, for adding, you just get the first terms and you add them. So A and E are first terms, so A plus E. And then for right here, we got B and F for the second terms of the first row, so B plus F. And we also have C and G, so you add C plus G, because the second row of the first term. And for the last one, we have D and H, so D plus H. So basically, you just add the corresponding elements, basically. And over here, we have subtraction. It's for the first term, we got A and E, so A minus E. And for the second term of the first row, we got B and F, so B minus F. And we got C and D. Oh, that's not. Oh, yeah. C and G, so C minus G. And D and H, so D minus H. So basically, just subtract and add the corresponding elements. And also, in order to add matrices, they need to be equal matrices. Okay. So now we are at properties. These are basically more terms that you have to know, and you can also use these properties to easily solve, matrix equations. So yeah. So first off, we have if A, B, and C are m times n matrices, then they can have the closure property of addition. They have the commutative property of addition, the associative property of addition, and the additive identity property, and also additive inverse property. So I'll try to explain to the best of my ability what these mean. So first we have closure property of addition, which is basically when A plus B, so this is basically when A plus B is an m times n matrix. That's basically the closure property of addition. Basically this. So the commutative property of addition is basically adding. So A plus B is also equal to B plus A. That's simple. We also have the associative property of addition, which is basically adding again. A plus B plus C is also equal to A plus B plus C. As you can see, they're all adding same thing. And so we also have additive identity property, which is basically a unique M times N matrix O such that O plus A is equal to A plus O, which equals to A. And last but not least, we have the additive inverse property, which is we have, for example, we have A, and so there should be a unique opposite, which would be negative A, and so that would mean that A plus negative A would equal to O. Okay, so those are the basic properties that you need to know for this topic. Okay, so on to an example. I'll go through every single step. It's very simple. So we have our two matrices, A plus B. As you can see, they are equal matrices because they have the same dimensions and corresponding elements. So first, what we want to do, wait, no, never mind. So let's just start off with adding. So let's start with the first term. So the first term of the first row is 1 in A. So 1 plus 2. So they're both the first terms of their row. And then the next one would be the second term in the first row, which is 3 in A and 6 in B. So 3 plus 6. And then here we go on to the next one, which is the third term of the first row. So it's 5 and 3. So 5 plus 3. And we would do the exact same thing on the bottom. So 7 plus 1 and 2 plus 5 and 8 plus 2. Okay, so to finish it off, all you gotta do is simple addition. So 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 6, 9, 5 plus 3, 8, 7 plus 1 is also 8, and 2 plus 5 is 7, and 8 plus 2 is 10. So A plus B is equal to the matrix 3, 9, 8, 8, 7, 10. So it's really quick, very easy. Well, these are really simple problems, but you can get the concept. So now I'll be doing A minus B. It's the same thing, basically. Alright, so let's start with the parentheses. Okay, so let's do A first. So A is 1. That's the first term of the first row. So 1 minus 2, because that's the first term of the first row for B. And we have to look at the first row, second term. So that's 3 for A and 6 for B. So 3 minus 6. And then we would look at the third term of the first row in A, which is 5. And the third term of the first row in B. So 5 minus 3. And you would basically do the same thing for the bottom row. So 7 and 1, 7 minus 1, and 2 minus 5, and 8 minus 2. Now it's just simple subtraction, basically. So 1 minus 2 is negative 1, and 3 minus 6 is negative 3, and 5 minus 3 is negative 2. Oh, sorry. And then 7 minus 1 is negative 6. Oh wait, my bad. Just 6. So 2 minus 5 is negative 3, and 8 minus 2 is 6. So A minus B would be negative 1, negative 3, negative 2, 6, and negative 3, and 6 again. So that's my first few examples. So basically, yeah, that's all you have to know for adding and subtracting. And I'll do one more problem, very simple, but this time I'll just be doing it as I go. So yeah, we got 6 plus 1, 7 plus 7, 2 plus 3, 3 plus 9, 5 plus 8, 4 plus 6. Okay, then we just add them all together. So we got 7, 14, 5, 12. We have 13 and 10. And so basically A plus B is equal to 7, 14, 5, 12, 13, 10. And then A minus B, as usual. So start with the first terms and just keep snake your way down. 6 minus 1, yeah, 7 minus 7, oh, keep doing that. 2 minus 3, 3 minus 9, 5 minus 8, and 4 minus 6. Yep. So then again, simple subtraction. So 6 minus 1 is 5, 7 minus 7 is 0, and 2 minus 3 is negative 1, and 3 minus 9 is negative 6, and 5 minus 8 is negative 3, and 4 minus 6 is negative 2. So A minus B would be the matrix 5, 0, negative 1, negative 6, negative 3, negative 2. And that's basically it. I did 2 examples. So thanks for watching my video, and see you later. We done.